Good morning, friends. I hope all of you are doing good. So, in this video or in this class, we will see one more experiment, one more small experiment on the reasons. So, we have seen in the last video one of the major reason why the electromagnets fail to work. The reason is if there is no flow of current, if there is any discontinuity of current in the copper winding that is provided on the iron nut, then that iron nut failed to work as a electromagnet. So if there is no flow of current, there will be no magnetic field. So it will not act as a magnet. This is the first reason for the failure of electromagnet to work. And in this video we will see the second reason, right? The second reason is if the power source or battery is not able to supply the sufficient current, means in order to create some magnetic field there must be some every current, means every moving electron will create a magnetic field, but that magnetic field cannot be sensed easily. That is the reason why if the amount of current flowing through the current carrying conductor is high, then automatically the magnetic field produced around the current carrying conductor will also be high. So it indicates that the magnetic field strength not only depends upon the number of turns that are provided on the iron nut, but also depends upon the amount of current that the power source is delivering. So here if your power source or battery is not able to supply the sufficient amount of current to the copper winding, then the iron net cannot be converted as an electromagnet. This is the second reason why the electromagnet failed to work. So we will see that reason with the help of two power sources. Here I have used one fully used battery, means I have used the battery for a long period so that it is not able to supply the sufficient amount of current. So I have used two batteries. One is the used battery and the second one is a new battery, and we will check the difference between these two batteries. So the used battery always supplies less amount of current when compared to unused battery or new battery. If it supplies less amount of current, it cannot create magnetic field. So we can see this difference with the help of the following small experiment. Thank you very much. So I will start the experiment with an old battery, which is a used battery. But before knowing the strength of magnetic field produced by this battery, first let me check whether the copper winding which is provided on this solenoid is allowing the current or not, because this is the first reason for the failure for an electromagnet to work. So this is the first reason. First I am checking whether this copper winding is allowing the current or not. I am using the same setup which I mentioned in the previous video. Battery, LED and the solenoid all are connected in series. So the positive terminal of the battery is connected to positive terminal of LED, and the negative terminal is connected to solenoid, and the solenoid other end is connected to battery. So I can observe that the LED is glowing. It indicates that there is no problem with the copper winding provided on the solenoid. And now we will see, or we will observe the strength of this used battery. See how much current, means whether the current supplied by this used battery can attract the paper clips or not. I am checking, right? So I am connecting the positive terminal of the battery to one end of the solenoid and the negative terminal to another end, and after connecting this I am observing whether this solenoid or this nut can attract staples or not, paper clips or not. See here, so it is not able to attract even one paper clip. This is because as the battery is a used battery, the current supplied by this battery is very less. As the current supplied by this battery is very less, it cannot create a sufficient amount of magnetic field to attract the paper clips, right? And now let us check with another solenoid. Means I am using the same battery but with another solenoid. So in each and every experiment, we will check the strength of two solenoids, one with 200 tons. So first solenoid is made with 200 tons. Now this solenoid is made with 600 tons. As we have seen in our previous video, I have made this solenoid with almost 600 turns or 600 loops. And again I am checking whether there is continuity in the flow of current or not with the same arrangement. Okay, see the LED is glowing. It indicates there is no problem with the copper winding. Now I can use this as a solenoid, and I am now in a position to know the field strength of this solenoid, which is supplied to the old battery, which is supplied by the old battery. So the positive terminal of the battery here, if you observe, the positive terminal of the battery is connected to one end and the negative terminal of the battery is connected to another end of the solenoid, and I am checking the field strength of this solenoid. Though it has 600 turns, see, it can attract only 3 to 4 clips. If you observe, it can attract only 3 to 4 clips, though this solenoid has almost 600 turns. The reason is, here, because of unused battery, the current supplied by this battery is very lesser. Now we will see with the new battery. This is a new battery which is an unused battery. Now again I am checking whether this solenoid, see again, this is the first solenoid. So the LED, battery and the solenoid all are connected in series. Okay, so at each and every experiment we need to check the continuity of current. Then only we can move to the next step, right? So see, the LED is glowing. So there is no problem with the battery, means the battery is still in active condition there, and also the copper winding is allowing the current. Okay, and we will check with another solenoid, means whether this copper winding also again allowing the same current or not, right? So see this setup, and the positive terminal of the battery is again connected to the positive terminal of an LED. See, the LED is glowing. So now in the second experiment also we confirmed that we can confirm that there is no problem with the copper winding that is provided on the iron net, right? Now we can go for checking the capacity of a battery, whether it can supply good amount of current or a sufficient current in order to create some magnetic field, right? So the positive terminal of the battery again is connected to one end of the solenoid. So observe this, I am connecting positive terminal of the battery. So this is a battery holder, right? And the negative terminal is connected to another end, and I am checking whether see, I am checking whether it can attract or not. See, now it is able to attract 2 to 3 clips. It is because the current from the old battery is very less when compared to the current from the new battery, right? Previously the same solenoid cannot able to attract at least one paper clip. Now it can attract 3 to 4 paper clips. It is because of the battery strength, means a fresh battery always supplies more amount of current when compared to a used battery, right? And I am connecting the second solenoid which is having huge number of turns, that is almost 600 turns. Okay, positive one end and negative one end. See, See the magnetic field strength is higher. Very good, very good. See how much magnetic field strength it has. So it has a good magnetic field strength, so that it can attract almost all the clips, all the paper clips. See, thank you very much. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.